All right, so this is Lab 14, the healing brush. We're actually going to change this to the spot healing brush. I can show you both methods, but the spot healing brush is what we're going to use. So the PDF's there. The image is the farmer. Okay, here's the old farmer. What we're going to do is make him look younger. So you'll see this method a lot when you Photoshop someone in a you'll see that in ads all the time where they airbrush people. This is kind of the method they use to airbrush blemishes out of people or whatever. So to do this, we're going to create a new layer like that. Then we're going to go to, there's the healing brush, and then there's the spot healing brush. We're going to use the spot healing brush. It looks like a healing brush, but it has that kind of like a, I don't know, a little circle peeking out. Let me just make sure, sample all layers. Okay, so when you select this tool, make sure you hit sample all layers, because you do want to sample the layer behind it. What I did is I created a new layer, a blank layer, and then on top of the background layer. So as I use this tool and erase his wrinkles, I can turn this on and off. Now you'll see it's kind of fades. So I do this in kind of short strokes. Increasing the size or decreasing the size as I need on this face. I'm using the bracket keys just to make it short, or you can go up here and change the size. Hold down the space bar, click and drag just so that you can move around the picture easier. So the idea is to remove his wrinkles first, and then we're going to add them back in, just that we're going to lighten them up. So it's going to look really unnatural the first time you do this. Because his face is going to be really smooth, and you can kind of tell he's old, but it just looks weird. So the idea is to kind of follow the wrinkles, kind of making the size basically the size of the wrinkle. Okay. So it is very important that you do the blank layer here, and then you check sample all layers, or it's not going to work. So I'm going to just do this really quick. Sometimes like it's better just to do it in pieces, like if it's smaller, instead of doing one big long thing. One thing, wrinkles you don't want to erase are these right here. So these are his natural just face creases. If you do that, it looks really weird. So don't do that. You can do it to see what it looks like. Okay. So pretty cool tool. Much easier than, you remember how we had in Fireworks, you had to like hold down Alt and click and select the point and keep going. So this, you can use, that's the same tool. The healing brush is the same tool in Fireworks, where you have to Alt click, but Photoshop has that nice spot healing brush, which works really well. So you just kind of want to, the eyes are probably the hardest part because they're harder to remove the wrinkles from. And then you're going to go around his cheek. You don't want to really get these lines here, or you can get rid of this one if you want to. So I'm going to zoom out. I haven't done them all the wrinkles yet, but you'll kind of see it looks kind of smudgy and slightly unrealistic because we kind of know he's old. So what you want to do on the wrinkle, so here's before and after, right? I see the differences. What we want to do is actually go to this layer and reduce its opacity. And you'll see as I do that, I bring back the wrinkles. If I do it all the way, that's the original. But you can kind of see, set the opacity something like about 50% or so, or you can just play around with what looks good. So right there, so here's the edited version. Here's the original. Okay, so you're lightening them up. It makes them look a lot younger. If I did these cheek things here, it looks really weird, so don't do that. But you can go around here and do the wrinkles on all, you know, on his mouth right here, his lip right here, his chin. So this is what they use professionally to make someone look younger. Or, if he had like some liver spots up here, you could get rid of those and completely on a new layer and make that 100% opacity, and they would just be gone. So this is how you'll see, like in magazines, all those the flawless skin that they have on ads and stuff. So because no one has that flawless skin. So that's kind of what they do. So but the idea is, if you did it all the way, it kind of looks weird. So you do want to kind of bring just a little bit, just a hint back of the wrinkles themselves. So all right, that's pretty much it.